The new Daredevil show, Daredevil Born Again, debuted on Tuesday. Let's get into it. My thoughts, my reaction. Hello, YouTube. Axioman here once again. I am wearing my Daredevil shirt that I debuted in my other video when I was showing off the new shirt that I got for myself, my wife, my beautiful daughter, my beautiful assistant, and I am wearing my Daredevil horns here on my Axioman Comics hat, if you can tell. The debut of Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus happened on Tuesday night, and I'm at a loss for words right at the beginning because it was so intense. Some of the intensity was because it's been so many years, ladies and gents, since we got the season finale, season 3 on the Netflix series. And that ended in spectacular fashion with spoilers. If you haven't seen that, it was like almost 8 years ago. Come on, guys. It ended with Kingpin basically breaking Bullseye's back, Agent Poindexter, and it shows us an end credit scene where he's having surgery on his back. The doctors are talking about, they're doing some kind of experimental treatment on him, and his eyes open right in the middle of his surgery where his back is completely open. And then we never knew what was going to happen after that. We had no idea if this show was going to continue, and then we are here now. There's no point in getting into the entire history of how we got here. We are here now. These are my thoughts. These are spoiler free. I will be making a spoiler reaction as well. But for now, because we still have 7 more episodes to go, I just wanted to cover a spoiler free of the first 2 episodes for the debut on Tuesday. Let's get into it. Number 1 was the gut punch moments. Again, I'm not revealing anything here. If you don't think that there were going to be gut punch moments in this show, then I don't know what you were thinking. Without knowing anything, I knew they were going to happen. And when they happened, boy, I was sore. My gut was sore afterwards because there was, they packed that, that George Foreman, Muhammad Ali punch. It was intense, like high levels of intensity. And I wish I could get into it in this video, but I will in the next one. They happened, and they happened hard. Next, the musical score. What was awesome, or what is awesome about the musical score, is that it's the same. If you know the Netflix series, the title song, the theme song to Daredevil himself, they once again capture that. That's not a spoiler because it's been in the trailers. It's been in a lot of the promotional pieces that have been out there. And yet, even though it's the same, it's different. It's got its own mix, its own tone. And I thought that was a very nice touch. Another cool thing was the return of old familiar faces. Once again, that's also in the promotional and all the promotion, old pieces. But now they've introduced some new ones. So the new ones are mixing well with the old ones, whether that be a mixing, a transition. I just think that they're doing a good job of introducing the familiar with the new. I think they're, for 2 episodes so far, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. We don't know where this is going to go. So, of course, you can argue that I don't like the new characters, or maybe you can argue this topic here, but I just don't think we've seen enough. So we need to see the other episodes to see how this is all going to pan out, basically. As far as the plot, I don't know where it's going yet. I mean, I can kind of see it off of these first 2 episodes, kind of what the plot's going to be, but it's all speculation. I still, after 2 hour-long or close to an hour-long episodes, I still don't know what's happening, and that's okay, right? Because we only have the 2 episodes. We have to see what's going to happen in the next 7. Not sure if you guys are familiar with the release dates, but we got 2 episodes this last Tuesday, and they're going to go to individual episodes every Tuesday, except for episodes 5 and 6, debuting on March 25th, Tuesday, March 25th. That's going to be another 2-parter. So not sure why they're pairing those two together. It might be because they just fit like a Lego piece. I have one of my buddies. His name is Juke. He's saying it's because, oh, it's probably one of the episodes is going to be boring. So they have to make sure that they mix it. He could be right. I could be right. Who knows, right, at this point? There's no sense in speculation, although we love to do that. But not for the sake of this video. The CGI on the show was um okay, so I'm covering 2 points here. One of my pet peeves in the Daredevil series on Netflix is that although I love the grounded take on it, I wish they had done more with the Billy Clubs and the way they make him look in the comics. You know, they always the artwork is always like, you know, the strings on the they just make it very like it's almost like very Spider-Man esque, right? And when he's slinging through the city when he using his Billy Clubs, it's not so unlike Spider-Man. Spider-Man can obviously do a lot more with his web slinging, and plus he has the the spider powers. But Daredevil is very similar in the fact that he can swing himself through the city. We didn't really get any of that in the Daredevil Netflix series because it was more grounded. So I did want to see more of that in this, and they told us that it was going to be more along the lines of a comic book rather than grounded, even though it's still, it was still going to be grounded. So to see some of that happen was amazing. It was awesome. But in order to make that happen, you do have to use CGI, and the CGI that they used was a little like, eh. It does kind of take you out a little bit. For me, I loved it, even though it did take me out because I was seeing exactly what I wanted to see. A little bit more of the comic book kind of like, yeah, it looks unrealistic, but come on, it's a comic book character. It's Daredevil. None of this is real. And, the things that he can do, right? It's very that. Okay. So that's where that is. Overall, I'm hooked. I am sucked into the show, what they're showing us so far. Everything that I kind of mentioned here, even if it was sounded like a critique, I only said that because I can't wait to see more. Right? It's less a critique as much as like show me more. It's like, sometimes we're so used to seeing and binging the season as a whole. We don't have to wait that whenever they do this to the shows where they're showing them on a weekly basis, especially me. I don't know. Does anybody else? Let me know in the comment section how you guys get the comparison between binging everything because it's all available at once compared to releasing them week by week by week. I like both because I love the anticipation of having to wait the next week, but it's that anticipation that causes anxiety in me where I just want to know the next thing, so to go back, it's not so much that I'm critiquing it as much as it is that I wanted to keep watching. I want to know what's going to happen, but tell me what's going to happen. And that's where that lies. But overall, I give so far a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10. There's just things that I did have more nitpicks than complaints. So the nitpicks, maybe that's what brought it down from from a 10. I brought it down to a 9. But hey, it's a 9, ladies and gents. I mean, that pretty high in my regard. And of course, I'm biased. I am a Daredevil fan. I do collect Daredevil comics. I've been trying to get myself a Daredevil #1 for a while. Not quite there yet, but I'll get there. That's it for this video. As always, collect what you love and love what you collect. I'll see you guys in the next one.